Oh gosh, if I blush, it's because I'm talking to Miss 604. Rebecca Bollwitt is famous all over the world. She is the queen of Vancouver. That's where the 604 comes from, right?
Yeah.
That's the area code.
The area code, yeah.
For the phone numbers in Vancouver. She does a blog, miss604.com, but she also has 2 podcasts. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us what those are?
Sure. Radio Zoom is...
What's that about?
Vancouver Life. We toss in some music that we play that's pod safe.
Yeah.
And
the Crazy Canucks.
And the Crazy Canucks. It's a roundtable podcast with about 4 other bloggers, which I co-host. We just talk about the Canucks. We try to every week after every game and
have fun.
Yeah.
So some of this stuff you do at home in the studio, but some of this you do on the go.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to show you today: is how to do on the cheap. On the go, on the cheap.
Yes,
podcasting.
definitely.
So first, I guess you should explain that podcasting is radio shows on the internet, basically, right?
Yeah, portable audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the internet.
Right.
You can take anywhere, yeah.
And you've been doing this for a long time.
About 4 years.
How'd you get inspired to start doing podcasting?
Well, I met a boy, and
that'll happen.
he was a Radio Geek podcaster, and I ended up marrying him. So
I was going to say, you met a boy, but now she's married to the boy.
Yeah.
That's great. Was he a Canucks fan?
No, he's from the States. He's from far away, so I had to
He doesn't know
him.
about hockey. We don't have hockey in the States. We have an invitation. Mm-hmm. All right, so cool. So we're going to do an audio show. We're going to put it on a website. People are going to be able to download it and listen to it. That's basically what a podcast is. Where do we start? We start with a microphone?
We start with, what I use for mobile recording, what we use
You use that? What is that?
Just a Nano.
It's an iPod.
Yeah.
Let me show you here. So, and this is a mic that goes into the bottom connector of the iPod. Mm-hmm. This is what is that called?
It's a Belkin Tune Talk.
Tune Talk.
Yeah.
And so, would I hold this up to you and you talk into it?
Yeah, that's about it. It just records it as a voice memo on the iPod.
Oh, that's neat. Is the quality pretty good?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
good enough
really
to put on the air.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. So this would be good if you were gonna. Do you actually go like that?
Yep.
If you're gonna interview somebody, that's cool.
Yeah, it gets some background noise as well. I was on the ferry a couple of weeks ago, and it recorded the little welcome aboard announcement.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that no matter what you use.
Oh no, it's
$70 for that, and an iPod. Mm-hmm. This will work with almost any iPod. Okay, so now we get this off of our iPod and put it on our computer. Now we need to edit it, right? We need to add stuff and music and lots of commercials so we can become rich. Mm-hmm. So how do we do that?
Basically, you export the audio. It'll just be a voice memo.
Okay.
You grab it. You can grab it in iTunes. So it'll be an uncompressed wave right there, the Nano recording.
Oh, that's pretty good quality.
And you right-click, convert to MP3, and that's basically what you work with, the MP3 file.
Well, that was easy.
It's done. And then I use a program called Ubercaster, which is just for the Mac.
But there are similar programs on Windows as well. I know. Yeah,
that's right.
This kind of does it all for you. This is so easy.
Oh yeah, this is all we need.
Yeah. So show me how Ubercaster works. I've always wanted to see this.
So Ubercaster, you can set up templates. So I have, if I'm doing an internal podcast within Ubercaster, a Skype chat, I have my in and outro music set there already. And what I'm going to do is just grab that Nano recording that I just made, and I have another template set up.
Ubercaster's from Pleasant Software, ubercaster.com. About $80.
So you can go to record and toss in these tracks, but I have some cut up here. So here's the editing part of it under cut, and basically just take the MP3, drop it in. There it is.
Well, that was easy.
Yep.
You could also trim it if you wanted to. If you wanted to take out the boat announcements or whatever, you could do that.
Yep, you just go to track edit and chop it, and I've got another template right here.
So it's it's an editor. It's a multi-track mixer. You're going to mix in your commercials, your music, your announcements.
Yep, so I've chopped up that track I had there before, recorded on the Nano. And once that's all done, once you have everything in place, you can even fade music in, fade the outro out, and you just hit release. And it has all your ID3 tags, everything that you need. Now, this
is the thing that could really confuse somebody who's creating a podcast, is getting all of this information in the right form. So part of it's attached to the file, as you said, as ID3 tags, including album art. And then you also have to get that same information out to iTunes.
Yes.
Will this do that also?
It will. I have a little upload to server button right here.
So it just takes the information you filled out already?
Yeah, you fill out this information and...
So it's length, it's name, it's artist, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, everything about that.
Album art.
Episode number.
You can even put, I see, a description in, so you could kind of type some more information,
in this
put show
episode,
notes in there, right?
We did, whatever. And you hit release, and that uploads it to the server. Now, that means...
Who's the server?
Ours.
That's one thing. You do have to have a server.
So as soon as I hit release on this through Ubercaster, it's going to your server. It's not going out to your audience quite yet.
Yes, it's not published yet.
Yeah, a few more steps we need to go through.
Now, you're running a WordPress blog, which makes this very easy.
Yes.
So you're uploading it. You now upload it to your WordPress blog.
Yep. So I'll basically go into the back of, let's go to Radio Zoom.
This is the administration interface for the WordPress blog here.
Yeah. So I will go to write a blog post. And
so you just create a new post.
Yep.
We just put up the new Radio Zoom.
Yep, here it is. I actually have one ready right here. And then I have a plugin for WordPress called PodPress, which makes all of this really simple. It puts a player on the website, like this
There's
right
a
here.
little flash player, so you can listen.
Flash player.
That's cool.
And it also pushes it to iTunes.
It does the RSS stuff, the iTunes stuff.
It does. So once you're done writing up your blog post, you go add media file.
This is the PodPress thing that you're using now. This is the PodPress plugin, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Auto detect.
So anybody who's used WordPress, the text part you'll recognize, but this part down here is new, added by this plugin.
That's right. And all you do is hit publish, and this is what pushes it out to your feed using PodPress in WordPress.
That's fantastic.
And now the episode's published, and if I refresh Radio Zoom, it should be up there.
Did you really?
There it is.
You just published a podcast?
I just did, yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's really cool. So the keys are you have a recorder of some kind. This Belkin is a really great way to add a recording to an iPod. Ubercaster, which lets you edit, combine, mix, put in the sounds. And then you use PodPress as part of your WordPress installation to do the really nitty-gritty stuff of posting it up to iTunes. Boy, that's about as easy as you can get.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
For sure.
Well, Miss 604, it's such a pleasure meeting with you. Thank you for helping Amber win that contest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the CBC. What was that?
The CBC Testination.
Testination.
Team
She
Blogger.
was the blogger team with Amber, and you guys just rocked. You just won the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. Her blog swept it. Swept it. Miss604.com is the blog, and then Radio Zoom is at radiozoom.com.
Radiozoom.net.
.net.
TheCrazyCanucks.com is the other one.
All right, we have all the links on our show notes at labwithleo.com. So nice to meet you, Rebecca. Rebecca Bollwitt, Miss 604. All right, coming up in just a bit, or now. Do I do a Sean Shiny now? All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We'll do Sean Shiny and more of your calls. We're going to talk about headphones, too, with Derek K. Miller. It's all ahead as the lab continues. You stay right here. Thank you.